Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Terry. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, message bearer, and light worker. Today's tarot reading is all about messages from your spirit guides. So we have for pile number 1, the pumpkin. We have for pile number 2, the pine cone. Pile number 3 is the gourd. Pile number 4 is the acorn, and pile number 5 is the golden leaf. All right, well, if you're already accustomed to choosing with your intuition, go ahead and select your pile and jump down to the timestamps, and I'll see you in the reading. For those of you that need a little added assistance with selection with your intuition, I'll lead a short breathing exercise. Begin by closing your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Slowly exhale, letting your worries and cares float out of your body on your breath. Another slow, deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Slowly exhale. In your mind, ask your spirit guides what messages they have for you. Ask your angels what they're wanting to communicate with you today. Another deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Slowly exhale. Now, one of the objects from the piles may appear in your mind. If it does, select that pile. Otherwise, one more slow, deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now, asking your spirit guides and angels which pile has the messages for you. When you're ready, open your eyes. Select the pile that calls out to you the most. It could be the object, it could be the color or the way the cards are arranged, the way the pile looks to you. Whatever it is, trust your first instincts. That's your intuition. All right, so we have pile number 1, the pumpkin. Pile number 2, the pine cone. Pile number 3, the gourd. Pile number 4, the acorn. And pile number 5, the golden leaf. All right, go ahead and jump to your timestamp in the description and comments below, and I'll see you in the reading. Hello to you beautiful souls who selected pile number 1 with this cute little pumpkin. So today's reading is all about spirit guide messages. So I want to preface the reading by saying that not every message is for every person. So take what resonates with you and please just leave what doesn't. Now for tarot, you got the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. My goodness. You have, I think most of the people who select this pile have really been through something recently. You know, this 5 of Cups can symbolize bereavement. It can symbolize loss and sadness and sorrow, depression, that sort of thing. The 2 of Cups is a very positive card. For some of you, it is finding and committing to a soulmate. But for all of you, it is reconciliation and peace, harmonious partnerships, collaborative projects. So this is a very positive card that is speaking to some of you. So, whether it is saying, hang in there, you'll find your soulmate, come out of this very sad energy and into the light, work on, projects, and, just focus on your positive energy and what's harmonious in your life. And then you're also getting this advice from this Six of Cups, suggesting that a welcome visitor may call, or possibly even an unexpected one. And it's a very nostalgic card. It talks about reminiscing of times of old. See how the little guy in this card is, probably just a little bit over a toddler, and this young man is, closer to teenage years. So whether it's looking back at, your life and just, reminiscing at the good times and the good things to bring you out of this Five of Cups energy, to bring you out of this sadness and sorrow. So look back and remember what's good is what I'm hearing. Look back and remember the good times, because I think a lot of you have lost somebody, or have, whether it is lost them to death, or lost them to heartbreak, or lost them to, ended friendships, whatever it is, it's really hurting you. And it's saying that you're going to be okay. And you need to reminisce and remember the good things about your life to bring you out of this energy. Now, we have this Eight of Swords here, showing some form of restriction, something that makes it hard to take action, and a stalemate of some kind. So with this energy coming out, the best advice is to slow down. There's an inability to take action anyway, so stop trying so hard. Come out of this really sad energy. Look back and show gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That is the mantra. There is always something to be thankful for. The breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, the seat beneath you, there is always something. So look back over your life and find what you're grateful for, and be grateful for it. Just list the things you're grateful for. You'd be surprised how quickly this really negative energy can pass, even just for a moment of peace, if you start listing the things you're grateful for. Now, for the green oracle deck, you got me and everything in its own place. Okay, so the me card is really about acceptance of self at whatever stage in life you find yourself. Accepting you for who you are, because you are beautiful just the way you are. Now, everything in its own place is advice to clean up the clutter if it's necessary, and really just, make sure that you are doing something responsible for humanity right now. Whether it's a tiny thing like, buying something ethically sourced, whether it is, leading a recycling campaign, whatever it is, big or small, tiny little things make a difference too. Everything in its own place. Now, for your angel messages, you got be discerning, okay, and hope. All right. So be discerning. And all of this energy you've got up here, yes, that is very good advice, to be discerning. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Be careful who you talk to. You are going to find yourself in a stalemate somewhere. So definitely be discerning. Identify this situation when you get to it, for those of you that this is for, because this stalemate and this inability to take action, they go together. You know, this is a reading that says you can come out of this energy, but you've got things that are happening to you that make you feel like you can't. And this hope is on top of them. This is encouraging you to look into your heart, reminisce about your life, express your gratitude about what you have and what you really appreciate in life. And, you know, express it with your heart to yourself, to the universe, to the divine, to your angels, your spirit guides, all of them. They're all on your team. So, you know, pull from their hope. Now, you get tolerance and creativity for your Power of Love activation deck. So, tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. So that is beautiful. And creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So with the creativity here, that's good advice for you to, as you reminisce, if you have a creative passion, spend some time doing it. It'll help your soul heal. And this tolerance is, be tolerant of yourself, be tolerant of others. You know, you have struggles too, and it's okay. So you're going to be okay, but be mindful of the stalemate you've got going on somewhere in your life right now, and know that there's good times coming. And you're going to come out of this Five of Cups energy, because it is about you right now. So look into your heart for whatever pain this is supposed to be trying to heal, and let it be healed with your own creativity and your hope and knowing that it's going to get better. All right, well, thank you for selecting me as your tarot reader today. I really appreciate you clicking the like and subscribe button as well. That really helps me build my channel. And until next time, love, light, courage, and strength to each and every one of you. Bye-bye. Hello to all you beautiful souls who selected pile number 2 with the pine cone. So today's reading is all full of spirit guide messages. So let's start by taking a look at the tarot. You get Justice, all right, Major Arcana, and the Six of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Coins, and the Sun. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh, I'm so thankful. The last reading left me a little bit shaken because it was kind of a heavy energy, and this is a much brighter energy, so thank you for sharing your energy with me. Now, for the Justice card, we're looking at decisions and balance, possibly legal affairs, just for a few of you, but mostly just, you know, life becoming balanced for you. And then you have this Six of Coins, which talks about a gift, you know, whether it's a financial gift, you know, receiving something that's being given to you. So then you come on to the Queen of Wands, which is intuition and love and self-expression and stepping into your power. And then you have the Nine of Coins, which is financial stability and happiness. And this is saying, you know, you can reward yourself with the luxuries that you really, really want. You know, begin home projects or creative projects or whatnot, because you have the financial stability to reward yourself with that now. And then you finally have the Sun, which again is Major Arcana. So definitely a major impact. It shows growth and recovery. It can also show holidays and time spent with family. So this is very beautiful. This is a very beautiful energy. You know, you're going to be being gifted something soon, and your life is coming into balance, and you're full of this self-expressive energy, and you have financial stability, and the sun is you. You have this bright sunshine that is growth and recovery and healing of your soul. So let's take a look at your green oracle cards. Your first card is spring, so something significant is going to be happening in the springtime. And then you have water. So this card kind of tells us to go with the flow, and to really flow with this energy is going to be easy for you because this is a beautiful energy. Now, let's look at the angel cards. You get silence your thoughts and be accommodating. Okay, so the advice of silencing your thoughts, that is good advice to meditate. That is advice to really slow down and make sure that you're showing gratitude for all of these beautiful gifts and things that you have. And then this be accommodating is telling you, hey, you have this financial stability. You should share with others as well. You know, do something nice. You know, even just giving, you know, one meal to, you know, the homeless is a impact on the world. So do something nice. Be accommodating to somebody. And then for your Power of Love activation deck, you got peacefulness and joy. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. That is beautiful and amazing. You know, the having peace in your heart and soul is worth more than any riches anywhere. Like, you know, you've got all these beautiful financial things in your reading, but this is worth so much more because peacefulness and, you know, love and calmness are just, they're what your soul needs, as well as joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. And if this is you, if you have this joy inside you and you bring it with you to everything that you do, then I'm so glad you have this financial stability and everything. You know, you are this very impressive Queen of Wands right here. And whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You're this Queen of Wands here, and you bring such an energy that, like at the beginning of the reading when I said, hey, oh, this is such a better energy, that is your energy. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. So thank you for selecting me as your tarot reader today. Also, thanks for clicking the like and subscribe buttons. I really appreciate it. Until next time, love, light, courage, and strength to each and every one of you. Bye-bye. Hello to all you beautiful souls who selected pile number 3 with this cute little gourd. I thought the Thanksgiving fall time decorations were just cute, and so I thought we'd use them today. All right, so let's take a look at your tarot. Today's tarot reading is all about spirit guide messages. So let's see. All right, so you have the Seven of Wands, the Palace of Cups. Ooh, the Ace of Coins, okay. The Seven of Swords and Death. All right, so with this Seven of Wands right here, it talks about endurance and sustained effort, you know, defending your position because you have this bright position that you're coming from. And then the Palace of Cups is not in a standard tarot deck. This Palace of Cups is kind of your inner space for reflection and figuring out what you want. But then you come into the Ace of Coins, which is new beginnings and money and success. You need to be wary with this Seven of Swords here because this can signify underhanded business dealings. And you have all the success. So if you have this just a mindfulness about what you're doing with your finances, because you have beautiful new beginnings, success, home, property. It overrules the nearby negative minor arcana, so it kind of takes the sting out of this. It's just kind of saying read the contracts, read the fine print if you're making a large purchase, that sort of thing. And this death card being here, death is not something to be feared. Death just means the end of something. So it kind of looks like you're really having to work hard to hold your position in a situation in your life, and you've been doing all this reflecting, and it's going to lead you to a really great new beginning. Then there needs to be some mindfulness about the paperwork, about the business side of things. But something is definitely ending for a beautiful new beginning. Now let's take a look at your green oracle cards. You get sustainability. So whatever this new beginning is sustainable, and you get coexist. Okay, so sustainability is one, the advice to do something sustainable, but also saying that this new beginning is going to be sustainable. And then coexist is saying to, respect the differences in yourself and others. It's always really good advice to respect everyone for who they are and not who you want them to be. Now, for your angel messages, you get honor life cycles and cherish innocence. Okay, that is beautiful. So, honor life cycles and cherish innocence. With the life cycles card, it's just really saying that that everything has a beginning and an ending. And whatever this ending is, it's very rare when you see death in a tarot reading that it means actual death of someone around you, or your or anyone else's death. That is so rare. It's really just the end of something and the beginning of something new. And you're being told to honor that. So let go of whatever you're being asked to let go of. And cherish innocence is, the innocence inside you, your inner child. What brings you light and joy? That is how you're going to get to this Ace of Coins. The looking into yourself and figuring out what your joy and your bliss is, and then going after it with everything you are. That is cherishing your inner child and cherishing your innocence. Now, for your Power of Love activation deck, you get self-love and present. So self-love, you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. That is so true. And this is just saying, as you're going through something which is clearly, emotionally turbulent, remember to do your self-love and your self-care. And then present, you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So that kind of goes with the cherished innocence I was talking about, that living in the moment and kind of surrendering to your inner child, and finding your bliss and chasing your bliss, and that will lead you to where you need to go. So thank you so much for choosing me as your tarot reader today. And thank you likewise for clicking the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Until next time, love, light, courage, and strength to each and every one of you. Bye-bye. Hello, beautiful souls who selected pile number 4 with this cute little acorn. So today's reading is all about spirit guide messages, what you need to hear right now from your spirit guides, angels, pretty much your soul team. So you get the Magician. Wow, okay. And then the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Coins, the Emperor. Wow, that's the second major arcana. Ooh, and Judgment. Okay, so you guys are going through major life changes with this Magician here. The Magician is about manifesting and using all of your gifts. See how it has all 4 suits of the tarot? So this card is about manifesting, and then you have all of these options with the 7 of Cups. The problem is some of them are good options and some of them are not so good options. So you need to choose the options that are right for you in life to take you to your 10 of Coins. With the 10 of Coins, we're talking about prosperity, generosity, stability, love, support from close family, possibly even a wedding. So this is a really, beautiful energy that you're coming into. So just choose the things that are right for you, and it will be this blissful situation we're talking about here. And then next you have the Emperor, which is, again, major arcana. It shows order and power. It could be taking a position of leadership or setting boundaries that need to be set with someone that you really need to set boundaries with, for some of you. And then you get the Judgment card coming out, which is all about second chances and possibly an old relationship being rekindled. It can also show mediumship abilities. So if that's something you're fostering with this Magician over here, then it can show you kind of focusing on that and working in that. Now for the Green Oracle deck, you got Nature's Imperfection. All right, when we see Nature's Imperfection, we're talking about accepting ourselves. And 29, the world around me. So this is about appreciating the little things. See how this girl is just really appreciating the flowers and the crystals. Anytime I see crystals in one of these cards, I always say, okay, kind of look into crystal healing. Some of you that believe in that is definitely something. There's, a crystal that's kind of calling out to you somewhere. So see if you can figure out what it is. And then this Nature's Imperfection is, all about the fact that none of us are perfect, and you need to accept your own imperfections. You are this Magician. You have this power inside you. You don't need to be perfect all the time. So cut yourself a break. Now for your angel messages, you got show justice, okay, and kindness. All right. So justice, when the Justice card comes out, this is just kind of a softer advice than the actual tarot card Justice coming out. This is saying show justice in your life, to yourself, to others. Accept that, accept the truths for what they are. And then kindness is really exactly that. It's kindness. It's generosity. It's just being loving and kind and friendly to everyone in your circle. And then for your Power of Love activation cards, you got trust and patience. Okay, so patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm, meaning not everything will happen in a day. So while you have this great Magician out here, and you have, the second chances and mediumship for some of you, and these wonderful blessings, you're going to come into all of it. Just be patient. And then trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. That is beautiful, and I believe that. There's definitely some spiritual mediumship energy in here. And yeah, no, trusting your intuition, that's beautiful. So thank you so much for selecting me as your tarot reader today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for clicking the like and subscribe button for me. Until next time, love, light, courage, and strength to each and every one of you. Bye-bye. Hello to all you beautiful souls who selected pile 5 with this golden leaf. So let's take a look at your tarot. The message today is all about spirit guide messages, angel messages. So you start out with the Nine of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords, and the Hermit, okay. And the Palace of Coins. So some of you are staying home, some of you are homebound. And the Hanging Man, which can signify the need for a new perspective. So the Nine of Swords can show that you've been in a phase of anxiety. And then the Page of Swords coming out right after that says that you've kind of come from a place where you needed to pay attention to details, you know, very, very carefully. And, you know, that you really need to pay attention to the fine print. And then this Hermit is Major Arcana, and it is like a positive time for reflection. This is the card of the writer, the artist, you know, people who have like really productive alone time. And this is saying you're going to need some of that. You're going to have some alone time, so put it to good use. And next you get the Palace of Coins, which means some of you are going to be staying home, like just in your home. The Palace of Coins is all about having your financial needs met, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any financial stress or strife there. But you also get the Hanging Man, which is a different perspective. So this is, it can also be a sacrifice from yourself of some kind. Whether you're, you know, staying home, taking care of children because of the current situation in the world, and it's giving you a new perspective on life, you know, and a phase of anxiety, because being trapped in a house with your children can do that. So it looks like that. Let's take a look at your green oracle. You get the Wild. Yeah, I think some of you are definitely trapped at home with your kids. And Stones. Okay, so when the Stones card comes out, or really any crystals in this particular deck, this is always good advice to kind of look into some crystal healing. Whether you need something to calm your energy because you're really anxious, whether you need something to, you know, kind of open up your creative flow or help you find this new perspective, you know, crystal energy can really help, crystal healing. So take a look into that. And then for your angel messages, you got Seek Enlightenment, so definitely. And Cooperate. Okay. So when we see the Seek Enlightenment card, this card is telling us to look to our heart, look to our mind, look to our gut, you know, seek the enlightenment of what's inside us and kind of the alignment of the chakras, depending on what you believe about energy. You know, maybe look into making sure yours are aligned, but seek that enlightenment inside you. And then you also get Cooperate, so you're being advised to cooperate with the world around you while still being in this kind of hermit energy. So just work within the system, I think is what that's saying. Now, your final two cards are the Power of Love activations. You get Cause and Effect and Gratitude. Okay, so cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. And that is absolutely true. What you think becomes your reality. What you believe about yourself becomes your truth. So seek that enlightenment and believe the good things about yourself, because that will call more to you. Then you also get Gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. Life is full of lessons, and we need to be grateful for the lessons. We need to be grateful for the good things. There are lots of people that have so many blessings and they're not grateful at all. And you need to be grateful for even the little things that you have, the breath in your lungs, the person that you love that smiled back at you, whether it's a child, whether it's a spouse, whether it's a friend, whether it's a roommate, you know, whoever it is, you know, be grateful for that love and that kindness and that compassion. And show your gratitude to others, because gratitude is contagious. So thank you so much for selecting me as your tarot reader today. I really appreciate it. Thank you also for clicking the like and subscribe button because it really helps me build my channel. Until next time, love, light, courage, and strength to each and every one of you. Bye-bye.